Hello everyone, in another video from Victoria Free, and today's episode we will start with the quote by Winston Churchill. So, Second World War. Okay, let's listen to that. Battles are won by slaughter and maneuver. The greater the general, the more he contributes in maneuver, the less he demands in slaughter. I love that quote. Honestly, this is one of the best quotes regarding military affairs. Tactics, strategy, or actually maybe not really strategy, but the tactics and operational level, I simply love it. It's also correct according to Robert Lienhardt's The Art of Maneuvers book. Everything, well, the evidence really confirms that quote. So, yeah, maneuver is everything on the battlefield. Maybe not everything, I'm just overemphasizing the maneuver now, but truly, yeah, you can achieve way more with maneuver. You can save way more troops with maneuver. It's simple as that. But of course, you have to have tools to allow the maneuver. So that's the main point. How to acquire those tools and how to think in terms of maneuver in general. There's also that element of time, which is very crucial as well. And there's a second book by Robert Leonhardt about time in warfare. It's less interesting than The Art of Maneuver, but I highly recommend it. Okay. Interestingly, here we don't have too much maneuver. I mean, we cannot decide how we want to maneuver, but in other Paradox games, it's of course available. It's our hands. Europa Universalis, Crusader Kings, Stellaris. I would say there is some element of maneuver, that's true. But I think, well, since that's a sci-fi game taking place in space, I think it's less about maneuver. It's more about just compensating your fleet and attacking the enemy. But I might be wrong. So here everything happens under the hood, which is down to the commander, which is crucial then to select proper commander. Also, I forgot to turn on timer. Okay, now it's running. I'm quite surprised I have plus 40,000 cash reserves. I mean, sorry, balance. Also, I have some available decisions. Yeah, I don't give a shit about them. But I also can support more interests. Alright, so... Well. What I would like to claim. What about Europe this time? What about Europe? What if I'm interested in Northern France? And what if Prussia joins me in that effort? And for example, I say, well, I would love to conquer France. Boom. I'm gonna do that. Why not? Sounds like a great plan. Invasion of France by Belgium? Let's go. Okay, so that's the first interest. I still have two more. Surprisingly, I have interest in Iberia, which is not true. I don't have any interest in Iberia. I'm gonna take Occitania, which is southern France. That's what I'm interested in. Northern Germany, no. That's because my allied territory, and I hope that Prussia will help me if I ask them for. I could think about Grand Colombia, Brazil. Zanj is also an interesting option. Ethiopia, maybe. What about Manchuria? I need to take a look at the map. We don't have British influence here. Right. I just don't want to be a rival of Great Britain, since they're kind of my ally, especially that our markets are highly connected. At least my market is connected because I'm importing a lot of stuff from them. So, for example, I import a lot of wood from Britain, and also a lot of grain, as far as I remember. Yeah, so they basically provide me a food security, making them my rival. Doesn't sound like a great plan. So okay, I'm gonna declare interest in South China. Bengal, no. Arabia. That's the territory of Great Britain. What about Zanj? Here we have Portugal, but also we have British East Africa, so probably not the right choice for me. Scandinavia also not really. Here we have Great Britain as well, Venezuela, New Grenada, Brazil. You could think about southern South Africa, or maybe Mexico, or Central America, but I think there's a British, yeah, that belongs to the British power bloc. Is that correct? Here we have Great Britain, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna declare interest then in China. Unless Persia? No, we also have British interests here. Not gonna work. We could think about Ethiopia though, but it's also close to British influence, so I'm gonna take China. I'm gonna declare interest, of course. Boom. I'm just wondering how it works, by the way, with those, with that mechanism, declare interest. Maybe it would be more valuable to declare interest in Japan. How that affects basically my relations with other countries. Strategic region, a collection of state regions considered a region of strategic importance. Countries have interest in all regions where they own land and may project additional interest in other strategic regions if their rank is high enough to do so. Maintaining an active interest in a strategic region is a prerequisite to participate in diplomatic plays taking place there. Alright. I don't know what I should declare interest in Japan. South Germany. Do I have interest here? Should I? Should I have interest in South Germany? What if I move that interest to Japan? I mean, I still don't know how to do that, so I can also establish a colony. Should I do that? Oh my god, there is a lot of British influence here. And they are colonizing Fang, I mean, which is Gabon, basically. Also, we have some France influence there, which sucks. We have Herejo. Yeah, of course, it's Great Britain also colonizing it. I don't really want to rival them. Could actually try to rival Portugal, because they kind of suck here. There is Papua. It's colonized by Netherlands. I think I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna try to take it, because I have a great chance of doing so. What about here? There is a France colonizing. Available targets and one active. How many active targets I can have? Remove colony from Congo. Colonize Guangxi. Yeah, I don't know. How can I do that? Is it going to remove that colony from Congo? If I click on it? Hopefully not. It's gonna be pretty annoying. I would try to colonize Western New Guinea. Do you wish to pay 100,000 to colonize Western New Guinea and construct a port building there? Maybe I would like to. Oh, I'm gonna do it quicker than the Netherlands, which is pretty cool. I still can do more. Yeah, I'm thinking really about building a colony here in Mozambique. Let me leave that map and let's see. It's cut off now. Probably I can do it. Yeah. Same here. It belongs now to Great Britain. So probably it's quite wise to remove my interest from Southern Africa. It doesn't really, not worth it. Yeah, and I cannot establish colony. No, I still can establish a colony here, which is kind of weird to me. I would like to establish colony in Ubankshari as well. But there is France influence. So I'm slightly worried about that. What about Fang though? Which is Gabon. Ah, there's a lot of British influence as well. Are there any empty spaces available? There is also Australia, which is part of my power block and trying to colonize Papua. And I have a good chance doing so. Which is Eastern New Guinea, of course. Cannot colonize that. We can't colonize the state region because the following countries have claims. Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. And here we have Argentina. Who is that? Chile. Okay. That's a real struggle, honestly. I could try to build colony here. They are trying to expand Herrero. Wondering what could we find here. Maybe I should expand over there. That was for free? There's no progress? The tension level between blah blah blah. Tensions are high. What is it? It's an isolated colony. So, do you want to cancel? Yeah, I want to cancel it. Doesn't make much sense. It really sucks. What if I do that? Oh, there is a chance I can actually colonize part of it. Alright. Which is very cool. What about Herrero and Nama? Okay, same here. 100k. What about Papua? Also 100k. I think I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah, that's gonna take a lot of time though. And for now, I think I'm gonna leave it as it is. I would love to go for Herrero and Nama and actually afford it because I have enough money to do so. That's just gonna split my focus. I'm just worried that if in case of any kind of civil war here, rebellion, I will have to split my armies, and I don't have too much strength to do so. Or maybe I'm wrong, because I'm expecting only to fight against Netherlands, which is weak, I guess. And then I have 2 full armies available, and also I need to expand my fleet. So maybe I could afford it. Question is whether those regions are really worth it. Here we have mostly mountains, which sucks. We can take a look at the map, and that map could show us resources, if there is such map. Harvest condition, no. Markets, no. Where I can find it. Countries, country attitude, country relations, culture overviews. There is no something like map of the resources. What if I go to production lands? Oh, technically, we still don't know what's here. But a lot of mountains doesn't sound like a plan. Should I be just happy with what I have here? Not really. It's not too much, honestly. Okay, yeah, it sucks, but I was quite late in the game, so let me unpause. What is it? Famine in Belgium? Where? Cameroon, maybe. Disappearing interests. We have interests that are going to disappear soon. Iberia and Southern Africa. Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, I have available interest still. Just don't know where to place it. Oceania, no. No, that's not a great target. Maybe in Iberia. But what's the point of having interest in Iberia, though? Am I supposed to fight with them? What about here? Maybe Italy? It's also not gonna work. I could place my interest in Japan. Would be cool. But other than that, just don't understand why I had Iberia still. I'm gonna place interest here in Japan. There's some political movement disbanded, socialist movement. Oh, how sad. How sad. I'm so sorry, guys. Huh. Question is, are we going to enact that presidential republic? Okay, it's in implementation now. Very cool. Insufficient construction for investment pool? What's the problem, guys? You are using 100% of it. Alright. I would love to help you. Problem is, I have no idea how to do that. I cannot increase the construction sector. The only thing I could do is to switch to steel frame buildings. But the glass cost is still tremendous. So I need to wait. That would increase the construction though by 250, which is a lot, and also state construction efficiency. I could technically risk it. Where is my market? Goods, and here we have glass. I could pay some subventions for the glass import. We don't, well, technically we produce something. We are the 5th producer worldwide. But if we switch to that steel frame buildings, right? That's gonna force our industry to produce even more of glass and more of steel, I guess. Yeah, that's gonna increase steel price, fortunately. Weekly balance will be negative. I'm sorry, I was looking at iron before. That's gonna give me plus 500 construction and 35% state construction efficiency. Oh, that was my mistake. Okay, so the price of wood will decrease. Price of fabric as well, surprisingly. I mean, those are estimates, right? What if we do so? Should I risk it before war against Netherlands? Take a look. We have 35 battalions ready to fight. Technically, I should start fabricating some claims or expand my military. What about Armée Belge? You have 30 battalions ready. You can also recruit one more general. Second Belgian army, you have only 25. And now, do I want more cavalry, or I'm going mostly for skirmish infantry? The kill rate, if I increase mobile artillery up to 10, that's gonna be a nice improvement, right? 30 offense, 15 defense. That army is focused on advancing cautiously, so additional artillery would be very nice, I believe. That unfortunately also increases devastation. What about cavalry then? Kill rate, good offense value. I would prefer to go for artillery. If I can afford it, of course. In Flanders it says 12, which is, I don't know what it means. Is 12 people or 12,000? Here we have thousands, I guess. So we can get one regiment from Wallonia. Why not? Maybe even 2. Let's get 2. Of course, in Wallonia I need really a lot of workforce for my industry. Okay, there is a lot of going on. I shouldn't care too much, I guess. Roman entity improved. How nice of you, Romans. Japan interest activated. Okay, I'm gonna dismiss all. And I'm gonna go to Japan for a quick moment. Diplomatic actions. Diplomatic demands. Humiliation. No. No. I don't need it. Can draft a treaty. Can guarantee their independence. What would I get for that? Unavailable. In power block. I could create my own power block, I believe. Yeah, so not too many actions available, unfortunately. Okay, go to second Belgian army. That's the 72nd Wallonian Mobile Artillery and 71st Wallonian Mobile Artillery. I love those names, by the way. Okay, they are ready. Awesome. Let's get... We cannot get additional 2 artillery battalions. What about cavalry? It's the same story. What about infantry? Pretty much the same. In Belgian Congo, actually, we could try forming some colonial army as well. And there is some information. Colonial exploitation in Belgium. Tensions are high. This is basically against Fang. And electric telegraph unlocked. Not by me, but by whoever. Through the use of simple electric pulses, messages can be rapidly transmitted through codes across vast distances. Officers in a staffy office can send commands to armies on the far side of the world instantaneously. What Havegot wrote. And that decreases war exhaustion, which I talked about it before. It kinda doesn't make sense to me. Like, why electric telegraph affects the war exhaustion? I think it should affect some other modifiers. Either offense, defense, organization. For me, yeah, now organization should be should get the bonus for that, for the electric telegraph, because it simply makes organization of your troops way easier if you can transmit messages without sending the courier. It's simple as that. I'm reading now Infantry Attacks by Erwin Rommel, and the biggest problem is the communication. Because every time you have to send a messenger, and it takes time. And also, what's more important, that messenger can either get killed, or messenger can expose the command post if there are enemy either snipers or artillery observers. And if you know that, you see a lot of singular men are coming to a single point. You may expect that there is something. Either outpost, command post, or some logistical hub, whatever. And you can bombard it. Just plaster with artillery. So, yeah, electric telegraph, I don't understand why it's connected with war exhaustion, but alright. Also, it leads to military statistics, which increases daily organization, and it makes sense to me. And trench works, which is actually good technology I should strive for. Alright. I'm still in surplus. Take a look at military. My second Belgian army. In Flanders, manpower is available. So I'm gonna get 2 additional cavalry regiments. Or actually artillery. I want to be more mobile. As Winston Churchill said about maneuver. Or I want to have more firepower. Maybe I'm gonna get more firepower. Why not? I'm gonna get 3, which is a lot. Alright, a revolution in Dixie. What is it? American Proletarian Revolt. Ooh. Oh my god! That's Mississippi. Pennsylvania, and also... What's that? Okay, Maine. And here we have New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and also Connecticut. Well, they didn't have civil war, but now they have some type of revolution. And also Washington DC, District of Columbia. That's a damn civil war. And it's not about slavery, I believe. What's the reason though? Huh. Okay. So America is not a very stable place. Gonna take a sip of coffee. Yeah, I need to expand my construction sector. I'm also wondering whether I can actually form new companies. No, it's still only 2 available. And I kind of understand why I cannot afford more. They both have trade rights. You are focused on lead mines. Okay, and also iron mines and trade centers. Okay. Well, just out of curiosity, I'm gonna go for trade and export. Belgian market. Oh my god, I'm dominating the market with tools. Jesus Christ, look at the amount of tools we are exporting to Great Britain. And to France. 1100? I could also embargo Netherlands. Do we import anything from Netherlands? Can I someone filter it based on the country? Probably no, or maybe view pie chart. No, that's not gonna work. Oh, I'm wondering. Would love to check that, but rather impossible for me. Yeah. Unless you know how to do that, let me know, because I'm very curious. What else we export? We export a lot of engines. And also some of the iron, but I'm surprised by the tools. We are producing so many of them. Haven't expected that, honestly. And we are also relying heavily on wood. So we need to take care of our relations with Sweden and Great Britain. The most important. Alright. Also we export quite a bit of grain. Oh, well, sorry, import, not export. Right. Yeah, I wanted to check something, right? I check that. Yeah. What's the here? Low standard of living. Low minimum expected standard of living in Belgium, Western New Guinea. Oh yeah, well. Go here. This is it? Belgium, Western New Guinea. Unfortunately, I cannot do anything about here. Yeah, I don't know how could I help you. Decrease. We try to incorporate it. It's gonna take 20 years, good luck. Food security, promote social mobility, no, nope, nope, nope. Greener grass campaign, it's gonna increase migration attraction. Well, maybe emergency relief for 50 or 40, it's not a big deal. Let's try it. Emergency relief here. What about here? We don't have a colony here yet, so. Or actually, do we? Oh, we have. What's the problem? State construction efficiency and migration attraction. I mean, those are modifiers affecting us. A lot of radical pops. Emergency relief. Could also try to violence suppression. That's option on the table, I would say. Please let me close that. Okay. I think I should also start creating some claims. Diplomatic actions. Open diplomacy. Draft a treaty. No, there's nothing I really need. How can I create a claim? Open diplomacy. Can I just conquer you? Draft a treaty, alliance. No, 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 no. Trade privileges. Or can I force you to do something? Like state transfer? For example, I want gallery. Add? No, I cannot just force you. So how could I do that? I could embargo you. Yeah, just how to start diplomatic play. Let's go here. Yeah, I'm confused. Again, which is normal in that game, I believe. I'm trying to start a diplomatic play, but how can I do that? Fortunately, I don't have any claims on your territory. And also I cannot fabricate them, right? What if I go to diplomatic lances and diplomatic demands? Oh, maybe here. Maybe here. Let's see. Diplomatic demands. Humiliation, increase autonomy, independence, blah blah blah, liberate country, nope. I make tributary open market, reduce autonomy, regime change, annex country. Demand an annex country war goal from another country. If they accept the selected war goal, will be ceded and the truce will be created. If they refuse a diplomatic play, will start with you as the initiator. Annex subject, war goal from another country. Oh, okay, and conquer state. Annex country. I'm gonna take that annex country because I can annex basically everything. If I go for conquer state, I believe I can only click on a single one. Yeah, that's a question. If I do that, and that's gonna start, I cannot really cancel it, and that's gonna also prolong the moment I can really attack them. We still have truce though. For how long? Let me take a look. We have that information somewhere easily available. Netherlands. Oh my, no, don't zoom in. Where it is. Diplomatic actions, no. Diplomacy. Okay, here we have. Truces, for how long? 1873. 19th of August, so almost a year still. Maybe until that time we will get presidential republic. Who knows? Fish shortage. Yeah, this is quite common. Tripolitania is huge, by the way. Okay, how it goes here. Overview on South Cameroon. There is still starving population. We could actually try to... Road maintenance? No, where it is. Greener grass campaign? No. I cannot help you with food? Emergency relief? No. Promote charitable support? Could try to incorporate it. It's gonna take 20 years. Terrible. Okay, we now have presidential republic. Cool. Let's pause for a moment. A political system where power is held by the people and their elected representatives. Republics have an elected or nominated president as head of state. So we are mostly like United States of America nowadays. That grants us plus 100 or 40, plus 10 legitimacy based on votes, plus 10 legitimacy from including head of state in government, and plus 20% legitimacy penalty from ideological incompatibility. Of course, that increased the amount of radicals, which sucks. But alright. Quickly take a look. Now we are United Belgian States. And my government is not very legitimate. Why? If I kick off armed forces, you're going to be very happy, right? Oh yeah. Definitely you are into it. I would need to kick intelligentsia as well. And I can bring in armed forces. Ah, god damn it. Do I really need them? How many of you I have? 4.3 million. Okay, what about armed forces? 1.5 million, and then we have 11 million and 10 million. Political strength. You don't have so many people, by the way. I'm not sure why how it works. Can people share actually different parties? That's how we look like for now. Maybe that change of government wasn't the right choice. We really need to kick out intelligentsia. Or kick out armed forces. Yeah, maybe we need to do so. Or we can just stick to what we have now and change it later. Did that change open some other options? We can still go back to monarchy. Who loves it? Petit bourgeois, of course. Council republic. Oh my god. Theocracy. Okay, we have technocracy here, which is the active law. No chance for any other law to be passed. State affairs is good. No home affairs. National guards? 85 battalions can be mobilized, which is cool. And also, we are like United States of America, of course. Revolution progression speed, secession progression speed, and some impacts of drought, flood, wildfire, extreme winds, which makes a lot of sense to me. We can also go for secret police, which sounds like Gestapo. But the National Guard, I wouldn't mind. Only intelligentsia doesn't like it, but petit bourgeois and armed forces loves it, so we could try it. A liberal movement doesn't support it, right? Oh, it's mostly because of the intelligentsia, I believe. And the radical movement also, not really. What else we could do? Graduated taxation or proportional taxation? Oh, trade unions loves it. Of course, like always. Graduated taxation, same. Trade unions. No, we are not going to do so. There is no reason to tax more wealthier people. It doesn't make sense. They are wealthier because they know what they do. And that should be rewarded, I would say. Or it should be fair among the populace. Right of assembly, censorship, no. No social security. Old age pension. That would be cool, but yeah, it's mostly supported by trade unions. Same here, so probably I cannot agree on it. And no migration controls. We can go for migration controls. Trade unions and petit bourgeois loves it. And closed borders. Same. Industrialists hates it, which is understandable. And slavery is banned. So probably only that I would love to change, which is National Guard. I think this is worth it. -5 for intelligentsia, it's not a big deal. But I really need to think about reforming my government. I need to kick out someone. Intelligentsia. If I kick them out, yeah, that's gonna really please the situation. Are you going to be mad at me, guys? Also, though, those bonuses that society, research speed, and migration attraction, it's not something I really need. Okay, I'm gonna take it, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I need to do so. Right. So, we've done that, and now what's the next task? There's some worsened attitude. Yeah, well, I think they would absolutely annihilate them. Just good luck, guys. Military affairs. My armies are full. So in general, how many battalions I have available now? Information, 60 battalions, and they are all here. I think I can start diplomatic play on the Netherlands. Just a quick look at how many battalions we have. Once again, 35 plus 17 conscripts. Now, quick look at my army once again. Who is commanding the Armée Belge? General Fyodor de Watervliet. And he's disliked. Why you are disliked? He's Brigadier General. You are advancing. We have that pillage. I think you will defend front for now. And the second Belgian army. You, buddy, you will use that cautious advance. Because we will be the offensive side. We could also try to go for adamant defense first and see how AI behaves. whether they will attack first or not. So let's switch to adamant defense. It's gonna give us a bonus to... Lovely, show me what bonuses. Plus 15% defense and 100% dug-in chance. And that's something Erwin Rommel emphasized greatly. Dig in, or dag in, whenever it's possible. More sweat equals less blood. And yes, I fully agree on that too. There are plenty of examples why it works. Of course, nowadays it changes. We have drones, we have precision munition. So yeah, it makes it a bit harder. And also... I wanted to say that if we want to be more mobile, there is no reason to dag in. On the other hand, even if you maneuver a lot, there is a time where you have to defend. Or you have to just stop and well, maybe not relax, but try to establish some line, orientate what's going on around you, and that's a perfect time to dig in. I mean, there are more positives of digging in comparing with cons. Of course, it makes you, well, tired. It depends on the ground, on the soil, whether you can easily dig in or not. So there's a lot of factors around it. But in general concept, dig in whenever it's possible. I think it's right. Alright, so we are taking the defense stance for now. You're also disliked? No, you are neutral. Quickly take a look at supplies. We can increase offense and defense by extra supplies. Medical support is there. Activate tobacco, liquor, or opium. No. Basic supplies. Can I go for extra supplies for my army? I think I can afford it. Alright, that was 2nd Belgian army. Let's go to Armée Belge, which is my main army. I'm gonna do the same for you guys. Awesome. Upkeep is quite large, but I think we can make it. And now let's start a diplomatic play. There is a political lens, diplomatic lens, and demands annexed country. Primary demand. I cannot do that. United Belgian States has a truce. Oh right, there is still truce. Of course I forgot. What about getting another general then to Armée Belge? For example, industrialists like that guy. Sorry. Tactful. He has +5 defense, minus 5% morale damage, and 100% careful maneuver chance, which is cool. And that's as a commander. And woodland combat expert, plus 25% defense in forested terrain. Oh, they are both the same. On the other hand, that guy has adamant defense, but he's from trade union. So, yeah, he's not going to be liked. Desire de Vion. I could also just promote general. That's gonna cost some additional bureaucracy, but it will increase the command limit. I have 60 battalions. Do I really need more? That's a lot, guys. Come on. I don't really need more troops. I should be able to wipe them out. Of course, additional 5 mobile artillery battalions. Okay, I'm gonna promote you, buddy. Yep, the cost was 5, and I'm gonna get additional 5 artillery battalions. If possible, of course. So I will get 1 from Flanders for now. How many of them, how many of people I need? 1,000. Okay. I'm gonna pause. It's 41 minutes already on my timer. I believe I will record one more video from Victoria Free because I really enjoy that game. So it's kind of interesting because I think I should say that at the beginning of the video. So maybe I will keep that info for the next episode. But there is something about those Paradox games and about the enjoyment and the learning curve. Alright. I think I can go for more of those battalions now. Yeah, I would like to get General 5 more. Would be perfect. Okay, Alexandre de Stuvel retires. And Pascal Figue's agitator has died. Lovely. Lovely. Why you are unhappy? Oh my god, xenophobia? What's wrong with you guys? Overview. Petit bourgeois. I'm bolstering liberal movement. Labor movement is highly agitating, but okay, it's decreasing slightly. It should be good. What about you guys? You're in government and you're unhappy? Come on, guys. I could give you something to please you. Secret police you like? No, I don't think. National Guard. I could go for National Guard, yeah. Okay, and we have even dangerous equipment. The motor industries in Flanders have seen an increase in workplace injuries due to increased mechanization and poor safety regulations. Accidents have always happened, but I felt like I used to have time to react. Not this time. I grabbed his arm to pull him out of the way, but I had barely got hold of his wrist before the arm was all I held onto. Jesus. It's disgusting. Slow down production while the staff adjusted in this new machinery? No. That's gonna decrease interest group approval for intelligentsia industrialists. And also decrease manufacturing industry's throughput. Yeah, we have to accept mortality. We cannot pull the brakes on the engines of progress. It is what it is. I'm sorry, guys. United States of America have started to improve our mutual relations. Okay. Have you finished your war? Oh, it's almost finished. And we are still in surplus. We have 1873. We could try to switch to steel frame now. I think that's not gonna kill our economy, right? Maybe I will do it in the next video. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay, at 45 minutes, so let's recall the quote from the very beginning, and I'm gonna call it a day. So, words by Winston Churchill. Battles are won by slaughter and maneuver. The greater the general, the more he contributes in maneuver, the less he demands in slaughter. Great quote. With that being said, once again thank you, and see you next time. Goodbye.